morning, everybody. How are you? Coach Nino here from Max Flex Fitness and the Blue Zones Project of Southwest Florida. I'm here today to give you another example of the Move Naturally series. So we're not working outside today, which is fine. We're actually working in beautiful gym, St. John's Church here in Naples, Florida. This is actually where I train my clients. So I thought it'd be kind of interesting to bring you inside and show you some different exercises that you can do for your lower back. I know many people have been talking to me that they have had lower back issues. So this would be a good way to kind of show you some exercises, some stretching, some flexibility that can help alleviate that. And I'll kind of explain more as we go along with the video. So you guys ready to go? Let's move. All right. So now we're going to start off just with a simple glute stretch. And we can do this dynamically, just like we did on our last video. Remember, we did the dynamic stretching. So what I'm doing is I'm basically just stretching out dynamically, really getting my hips and my glutes to stretch out. We'll just do a few of these. Make sure you breathe in, breathe out. Now today, we're gonna do something called corrective exercise. And it's really just moving naturally, but showing you some different techniques to kind of wake up the body, to activate our core muscles, to lengthen and stretch out our muscles to alleviate the back pain. All right, just give you a couple more here. All right, very important to get the glutes stretched out. Now we're gonna take it into a dynamic hamstring stretch. So just gonna go ahead and extend all the way out here. See where I extend my leg out, my toe points out, but I'm sitting back on my heel. Now we're gonna switch legs, okay? So you might ask yourself, what hamstring flexibility or glute flexibility has to do with your lower back? It's basically where my hip connects. So if my hamstrings, my glutes are tight from excessive sitting, for example, that can tend to put some tightness into my lower back. So very important to start off by stretching out your hamstrings and your glutes. Okay, so feel that nice stretch. And each time we're feeling the body open up a little bit. Now we're gonna open up our hips. Okay, we're just gonna take it up and across. And if you need to grab a chair, that's fine too. Really get those hips open up. A lot of times I'll see people, their pelvis will be turned, or their pelvis will be turned this way. So that's why it's important to get opposite muscle groups to kind of loosen up. All right, how about a couple more? Okay, perfect. All right, dynamic stretch. Now we're gonna work through a thoracic spine rotation, okay? I want you to grab my stability ball for this movement. I want you to place one hand on top of the head, my hand comes behind the head. As such, my hips are loaded back. I'm gonna rotate in, and then look up. Make sure I breathe in, breathe out. Okay, breathe in. And these dynamic stretches, you only need to do about 5 to 10 repetitions at a moderate tempo. 2, 1. Very good. Really feel that lower back loosen up. Now here, one hand behind the head, all the way through. And you see where I open up my pecs as I come through? Feel that good stretch. Breathe in. Oh, feels great. Give me a couple more. So before you go for a walk, or before you maybe do some strength training or some swimming, these are really, really good exercises to help you up. One more here. All right, perfect. All right, now, take a look at this. Okay, this is called a foam roll, all right? Typically, we wouldn't say this is moving naturally, but I know a lot of people use these. And as a fitness professional, I do see some people don't use these properly. And I wanted to show you something. This is very important, especially in the low back. When I do see some people, they'll roll the foam roller on their spine. What I'm doing, and I would call, I've been inhibiting my muscle groups, okay? I'm kind of getting my nerves to kind of wake up a little bit, to kind of say, all right, now I need to move. So, for us to do this particular exercise with the foam roller, okay, I'm gonna place my hands behind the head, I'm gonna bring my feet towards the glutes. I'm gonna look up, and I'm only gonna roll the middle of my back. Now, I'm not gonna touch my lower back, where my lumbar spine is. We don't wanna put any pressure on those discs on those spines, especially if you have low back issues. So notice I'm only over the middle on my back. And this should feel pretty good, right? I find a tight spot. Oh, that feels great. And let my chest open. And then relax. Okay, good. All right. So that's foam rolling. I wanted to show you that particular exercise, which I think is really, really good to get kind of like your lower back loosened up. All right, we're gonna do a lat stretch here. Okay, now you can do this with a chair. My arms extend out. I stand all the way up. I'm gonna use the stability ball just as a prop. Stretch. Bring it up. Breathing is so important here, especially getting oxygen and blood flow to the muscle. 2, and 1 more. All right. Oh, perfect. Having tight lats can lead to have lower back issues. Your lats are this muscle. Okay, so we're going to take it into a hip flexion. Now we're going to work a little more lower body here. Knee comes down, left arm comes out in front. And I want you to just take a stretch across. When we sit a lot, this muscle here, it's called the hip flexor muscle, will tend to tighten up. So that's why the stretch is so important to get you to extend that spine. So just hold the stretch for me. That's really, really good. And you know, this is basically a yoga move too. They would call this warrior 1 or crescent pose if you're doing the kneeling position. Let's go ahead and switch that. Okay, right out in front, left comes across. Now, you might ask yourself, is this going to alleviate my back pain? Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But what it's going to do, or stop back pain, I'm sorry. But what it's going to do is, it might take it from a 10 to a 3, all right? And that's going to mean a lot. That's what moving naturally is all about. It's about moving the body, right? Motion is lotion, so what they say, all right? Feel that good stretch. All right, great. So we worked out some inhibiting, we worked out some lengthening, some stretching, all right? Now we're going to get into some activation, some core stability. Best exercise for lower back, bird dog. Okay? So let's take it here, and I'm in that all fours position. Now I'm going to go ahead and extend my right leg, my right arm, and my left leg goes back, and I'm going to come back slow. I'm only going to do this for about 10 reps. I engage my glutes, and I come back. Right? Drawing in my abdominals, and I come back nice and slow. This is actually a routine you can do at home. You can do this when you come to the gym, but it will help you, especially office workers. You know, we're working from home more, and we're sitting. So this can be something that you can do before you start your day and at the end of it, or at lunch, whatever you feel comfortable with. Let's do a couple more. And I point that toe, come back slow. Tempo is so important here. We want the body to be able to stabilize. Notice I come out 1, 2, and I come back 2, 3, 4. Being able to stabilize my core muscles and my glutes and my shoulders. Now we're going to do another stretch, cat camel. And this is going to get us to engage our core muscles and also our upper back. So what I'm going to do is this, I'm going to push down and really take my shoulder blades up. And breathe in as I come through. In. Yeah, breathe out. Feeling the body relax. Feel that good stretch of that upper back. Core is tight. How about a couple more? Core is tight. Last one here. And perfect. All right, last exercise. Breathe. So very important to strengthen the glutes. Okay, my hands are to the side. I'm going to breathe out as I come up. Really squeeze that glute. Lower down slow. You know, when we're sitting a lot, we're not really activating our glutes, so that's why it's so important to work out strengthening the glutes. I see a lot of my clients all the time they feel that their lower back is the issue, but it's not. It's having weaker core muscles and weaker glutes. Up and squeeze. We're gonna go 4 more. So breathe in as you go down. Breathe out as you come up. Breathe in. Breathe out. And this will get you a little sweaty. 1 more. Oh, here we go. Feel loose. All right. So that's going to help with low back issues. If you have any questions, fitnesscoachnino.com, Blue Zones Projects in Southwest Florida. You guys stay fit, you keep living longer, better, you move naturally, and we'll see you in the next video.